Hi, I'm Iola, and this is my COARSEN capsule. I'm Iola, I'm 25. I would kind of class myself as like a multimedia artist, so I do all sorts. So I kind of write, I do like design, do collage, I draw. So I would just say I'm a jack of all trades when it comes to art. For me, my inspiration comes from pain. In the last few years, I've had a lot of pain that I've been going through, and it's kind of spurred me on to become more artistic in my pain. So at the moment, I'm kind of dealing with the feelings of being a black woman in this world and my body and how the world sees my body, and how I always feel like as a black woman I'm at the back of the queue. So I kind of put myself at the front of the queue basically, and I was like, you know what, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I decided to kind of celebrate my own body and celebrate my own pain. It's given me an outlet because talking is great, and I think for me though that I need to do more creative stuff in order to push myself through things. So I think it's given me sort of a place to really thrive and kind of understand my talents. I want them to kind of see me as the goddess I am. I want them to understand that in this world we're all beautiful, we're all royalty as far as I'm concerned. But I want us to all be on an equal playing field when it comes to that. I don't want it to be a sort of thing of black women are down here, everyone else is up there. I want it to be we're all amazing in our own way, and I want the world to kind of see that my beauty is just as beautiful as your beauty, and I want you to be able to see how I celebrate myself and how I celebrate my body, and not how the world celebrates my body. Because I think at the moment the world kind of sees black women as a fetish, because we weren't seen like this 10 years ago. 10 years ago our bodies weren't celebrated this way, but now I think it's turned so much in the other direction that it's also sort of harmful, and it's we're sort of seen as something to aspire to, but rather than being celebrated, we're being copied, and we're still at the back of the queue, you know what I mean? So I would rather we were all seen as who we are, you know? Yeah, I'm on Instagram as @Susan from Purchasing. So when women had to publish books as men because they weren't able to get published as women because they just didn't want them to be celebrated as women, it's sort of the same. I'm a black person, and we're not seen the same way that white people are, specifically in Britain. So sort of Susan is a very mundane sort of office working woman, and it's the complete opposite of who I am. So it's just you kind of are who's that? Do you know what I mean? And you get into it and you realise I'm the complete opposite of Susan. I'm a writer first and foremost. Yeah. I was born a writer, but I've had writer's block for 8 years. So I want to go back into that. I want to do more poetry and sort of novelling, I think. I think that's what I want to do next. But it's just daunting because that's the thing I've always done. I kind of find it a little bit scary to write. But I do want to go back into it because I know I'm really good at it. And it's I want to see where how much I've changed from when I started writing at 14, properly writing at 14, to how I write now. I'm 25. Within the next year, I definitely want to do a show because I've done one. I want to do a bigger version of the show, sort of a whole gallery type thing, but in a smaller space than a big gallery, but a bigger space than when I did my first show, which was just in a little bar. I've also got a friend who wants to collaborate on some stuff. He's creative as well, so I'd like to see kind of where that goes as well. Yeah, like she was like one of my darkest moments was how I felt about my body, and I thought my body wasn't worthy because I had gone through some. When I made that, I'd gone through some moments where I was just like, I am not seen. Like my body is not the ideal. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I didn't wish I was white. I've never actually wished I was a different race at all. But I was going through a moment where I was just like, if I was a different race, I would be seen completely differently. My body is not the one that people aspire to have, and I hated my body at that moment. I was just like, it's too big, it's too fat, I take up too much space, all that. And those hands are very representative of the demons that were in my head at the time. But the way it came out, I was like, God damn, I was like, wow. And I started looking at my body in a different way, and I was like, wow, your tits look great, your waist looks great. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. So most of the time, my artistic process is very spontaneous. So I will literally just be lying there in bed on TikTok or something, and then I'll be like, oh, that's cool. Just anything will pop into my head. I'll be like, oh, okay. And then I'll be like, how does this do this and this do this? And then my brain will sort of start doing this. I'm picking up ideas from everywhere. I a lot of the time come across a lot of art on Twitter and Instagram that I see, and I'm like, wow, people are amazing. I wonder if I can do that. And then I just sort of do it and then do my own spin on it. And then I just kind of go from there. I'm just like, I can't, I'm lazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't pick up my camera anymore, I just pick up my phone. Because like iPhone cameras are so good now, these are all done on iPhones. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, oh, alright, I might as well just do that. Just pick up my iPhone, just do something. And I'm like, oh, that works. And then I just put it out, you know what I mean? Painful, liberating, thought-provoking, perfect, and happy, actually. I know it's like painful and happy, but you can find happiness in pain.
Both,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.